However, behind the beauty queen's radiant smile, a dark and chilling plot was brewing. Now I'm going to show you a couple clips of it right now, and the funny thing is, I actually saw this clip when it came out, and I had no idea it could lead to the story that I'm telling you right now. This is a crazy world. What's going on, everybody? I hope you're doing awesome today, and I need you to help me to get this up to 50 likes, and if you do that, you will get a bonus story next week, and it'll be a good one. Now, what I got for you today is a case that is still currently unraveling. So without any further ado, as of now, it's time to slip into a mind that's not our own. Let's go. Robert and Lindsay's love story began in August 2007 when they crossed paths at a fitness class during their time at Auburn University. According to Lindsay's Instagram account, she fondly recalled that fitness class as the starting point of their relationship. And in a heartfelt post in 2020, she expressed her gratitude for that fateful day, which brought them together. So Lindsay and Robert Shivers both attended Auburn University in Alabama, where Robert played football. And Lindsay was a former Alabama beauty queen and was named Miss Houston County in 2005, and also scored second place in the National Peanut Festival pageant that year. Lindsay and her husband have now been married for 16 years and have 3 children. Lindsay was from Thomasville, which was right near the Florida-Georgia line, just about 30 minutes away from Tallahassee. So 2007 was actually a memorable year for me, and it seems like it was for them as well, as they were head over heels in love, and as I just mentioned, started a family, ended up being together for 16 years and having 3 kids. You could say that they were living the American dream. But like more than 50% of marriages nowadays, this one was doomed before it even began. You see, their seemingly happy marriage took a sharp turn when they grew estranged, and the cracks in their relationship then started to show. And Robert just had this feeling that his wife was cheating on him. He didn't know how to explain it other than this urging feeling that he just knew something was amiss. So he decided to hire a private investigator, a PI, to track his wife's movements. And after the PI ended up snapping a couple different photos of Lindsay and a man named Terrence Bethel at several different locations, it was determined that they were lovers and that Robert was right. Robert then confronted Bethel saying, "Thanks for taking care of my wife." And that was after the PI snapped those photos. Meanwhile, Lindsay spent the past several months jetting back and forth from Georgia to the Caribbean to see the man that she was cheating on Robert with, Terrence Bethel, who was a barman at a nearby beach bar. And her family and friends begged her to come to her senses and end this fling when Robert found out about it and filed for divorce. By then, though, his wife had become completely obsessed with this handsome younger man, and Bethel declared his love for Shiver and said the marriage was on the rocks long before he came on the scene anyway. He predicted that the case against them would fall apart because cops have blown a few heated remarks all out of proportion. Oh, wait a minute, case and remarks? Did I forget to tell you guys something?
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Yep, I did, and it was during this time myself, Mr. E-Files, flew down to Nassau County in the Bahamas to spy on Mrs. Lindsay Shivers and Terrence Bethel, and I used my 4K 20x zoom binoculars to spy on their hotel just to do it for Robert. And what I saw was beyond OF material, it was closer to OMG material. So that's when I let Robert know he was being swindled and to fold his hand and walk away. He thanked me for enforcing the bro code amongst all bros and said that I was his good luck charm, and once again told my future audience to subscribe for awesome, mysterious, and paranormal stories. Then he offered me a jersey with a signature on it from Auburn when he played, but I didn't want to upset the timeline, so I declined and hopped back in my spaceship. Okay, so what really happened? Well, so when Terrence says there were some remarks that were taken out of proportion, what are you thinking right now? Where do you think this story is going to go? Let me know right now in the comments. I'm actually really interested in what you think because I specifically have left out a lot of detail. On April 5th, Robert filed for divorce, and his wife also did so the next day, citing a complaint filed at the Thomas County, Georgia Clerk of Court's website. The court filing showed that one of Robert's listed reasons for the divorce was his wife's adulterous conduct, adding that the damage to their marriage is irreversible. Lindsay, however, responded by accusing her husband of physical and emotional abuse, and she demanded sole custody, alimony, and child support. You see, this was about the time that Lindsay and Robert started arguing over their $2.5 million mansion in Thomasville, Georgia, the use of their private jet, and other assets. And on that very same day, Lindsay Shivers allegedly sent her Bohemian beau a text that said, quote unquote, "Kill him." She called 911 on her husband at the Georgia home, according to police body camera footage posted to YouTube. The pair got into a fight on July 16th over who got to use the private jet to fly to the Bahamas. Lindsay had a getaway planned with her boyfriend while Robert was taking their 3 boys to their vacation home. Lindsay told the police that he barred her from using the plane and then pushed her out of the way to retrieve the kids' bags. And it is to mention that he denied touching her at all. And I'm actually going to do something I don't usually do. I'm actually going to show you a couple clips of it right now. And the funny thing is, I actually saw this clip when it came out because I watched body camera video stuff and I had no idea that it could lead to the story that I'm telling you right now. It's truly a crazy world.
Lindsay Shivers and her husband, Robert, arguing over the use of their private plane. And on that same day, that's the day she allegedly sends that kill him text to her boyfriend. Let's watch some of that back and forth between the two of them on body camera video.
So what's going on? Y'all are separated, or what's the deal?
We have filed for divorce.
Okay.
Living in the same house. It's hell on earth, as you can imagine.
Okay.
But anyway, woke up this morning. We have travel plans to leave. And he's insisting that I don't go.
Okay.
And then I have my keys. He moves me out of the way, starts trying to unload my car. Tells me he owns the car, he owns the rights to it. Just got super aggressive, and that's when I called immediately because he's been physical before, and I'm just not.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what it is that you want us to do. I mean, if y'all have filed for divorce and y'all are going on a vacation, other than telling him he needs to calm down, I don't personally recommend you go on a vacation if there's an issue like that and y'all have filed for divorce.
Right.
I mean, it's obviously a hostile situation.
Right.
Okay, so what's going on this morning?
So the last 3 weeks, maybe longer, she's had her couples trip planned with her boyfriend to go to Key West.
Okay, but she just said you're going.
So that was to Key West. I'm taking my kids, my 3 boys, to the Bahamas this morning.
Our kids.
Our kids. Yesterday, she sent a message saying that she's going to change her plans and now get on the airplane with me and the kids to go to the Bahamas.
That I own too,
And
by
when
the
we
way.
land, she's going to go to her boyfriend.
Elsewhere.
And me and the kids are going to her house. And I've told her I'm not supporting that. And you're not getting on the airplane. That can mess with the kids' heads. And it's just something I'm not going to do.
As far as the pushing and shoving, say Georgia advises that you put your hands on each other, that is an act of simple assault, and you can be arrested on that for family violence. Okay? You're saying you did, he's saying you didn't. So I can't sit here. It's a he said, she said situation. We run into it all the time.
Since I own this vehicle and it's solely in my name.
It's marital property right now. She still has access to
Okay,
it.
I understand she has access to it, but can I get my kids' suitcases out of that?
You can get your children's property out of it.
So he can get the kid stuff out of my car.
It's marital property. And I don't have any paperwork saying that he's not allowed access to the children's property.
And you see, the way Lindsay and Bethel ended up getting charged with this crime was purely serendipitous because of another situation that happened. Okay, an alleged scheme emerged by chance when the management at Grabbers, which was a rum-soaked waterfront bar where staffer Bethel first hit it off with vacationer Lindsay, reported a break-in to police around July 20th. And whoever this thief was had cut the power cables and disabled the generator to ensure security cameras wouldn't work before slipping inside the office to ransack a safe. So they feared that the work of this was by an insider. So cops insisted on looking at Bethel's phone and stumbled then across unrelated messages in which he allegedly told childhood pal Newbold he wanted to murder Robert. I'm telling you, this guy Robert has angels looking out for him. Because if it wasn't for that, they wouldn't have found out that she was trying to kill him. I mean, little did anybody know that Lindsay was allegedly involved in a sinister plan to end her husband's life. And according to reports, she had found an accomplice in her alleged boyfriend, Terrence Bethel, a 28-year-old man from Abaco, Bahamas, and another man named Farah Newbold, who was 29 years old. So, sources say that Lindsay suspected that her estranged husband was exerting influence to make her life hard with her new lover. She then sent Newbold a picture of Robert along with an alleged instruction on how to murder him. Oh, and did I mention that Robert's father had just stepped down from a company in the ballpark worth about $5 billion. So Robert had a lot of money, and she wanted the insurance money from his death. Luckily, this plot unfoiled though by the police, and she was arrested 5 days later in the Bahamas for the alleged murder for hire scheme of Robert. Now, I believe they let her out on bail recently, like a couple weeks ago. And this is a case that for once we can follow in real time, and that there will probably be a part 2 to it. Well, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the story, and please remember to hit that like button, get it up to 50 likes, and share it to a family member or a friend. I'll see you guys later. Cheers.